Guys, real fast before we get into this video, make sure you go ahead and enter the giveaway. It's a $50 Amazon giveaway. I'm running it on my other channel. All you have to do is subscribe to Ryan Tim Tech, Fantasy Truck Stop, and That Mike Gamer, and then comment on that video with either gamertag, PSN, or email. All the links are down below. This ends on 11/19. Again, like I said, guys, subscribe to 3 channels. Comment on that video with your PlayStation name, your gamertag, or your email, so you can go ahead and enter. Let's go ahead and get right into this video. 3 weeks ago, we got the Surface Duo 2. And this was the phone everyone was waiting for. This was the phone everyone was anticipating, excited about, because of the fact that Surface Duo 1, while I still think was a great phone, had a lot of hardware issues, a lot of software issues, and obviously didn't have the most updated hardware in the device, so it really was lackluster. I still love the Surface Duo 1, especially without that camera bump. It's very flush when you're using it, and I think overall it's a fun device to use. But the Surface Duo 2 definitely fixed everything and more. Now, I always say this whenever I give a review of this device, where I'm giving this review of this device coming from a Surface Duo 1 user, which of course means that I am looking at it in the lens of everything I love about the Surface Duo 1, the Surface Duo 2 just improves upon and fixes, right? So since the original update, when it first had an update, when it first came out, I have had almost little to zero issues when it comes to the software of this device. Now, I will say one thing, and this is something that kind of just interests me overall wise, because I've ran a lot of applications. I ran on the Surface Duo 1 on the Duo 2, and the Duo 2 sometimes cannot run certain applications. So for example, there's a Windows 11 launcher that actually does not run correctly on the Duo 2 and actually crashes on the Duo 2, while the Duo 1, it works perfectly fine on. I'm not sure why that's the case. There's also other things like Geekbench and different benchmarks I ran on the Duo 2 that simply will not work on the Duo 2. It will actually crash the device if I tried to run them. I'm not sure why that's the case. Again, like I said, you would think with the Duo 2 having updated everything, that simply it would be better than the Duo 1 in that category, but there are some things that simply do not run good on the Duo 2 and do run good on the Duo 1. Again, like I said, I'm trying to test to see why that's the case, but at this moment in time, I have no idea. Now, I've made many videos talking about this, but Android 11 or 12L is coming out next year for the Duo 2. And I think that's going to be really the stepping stone that pushes the Duo 2 beyond the actual, Call of Duty is right now. And I think still right now it's a great device, but let's go ahead and break it down. Starting off right away, you have to keep in mind, I use a Duo 2 as my daily driver. Every single day, Monday through Friday, I go to work with this device. I am actually a dishwasher, so I'm around water all the time. Now, the thing about this device is it is IPX1, which means it's not waterproof and it's barely water resistant. So I can't have it anywhere with me at work. I have to have it in my locker the whole entire time. Now, that's not a big deal because I don't want to use my phone at work anyway. But I will definitely say when I do go ahead and go in my breaks and stuff, this phone is absolutely delight. Not only am I able to use NFC with it, which I know some people said that's kind of weird using NFC on this device because of how big it is. I really don't have any issue with it. Nobody stares at me. Nobody looks at me weird when I use this device for NFC. But like I said before, I understand the concept of why people that's kind of weird how big the device is. But overall wise, I will say when I'm in the break room, I'm eating my lunch, having this dual display is so amazing. I can either use it in laptop mode or tablet mode, have my media running on this device, dual screens, beautiful screens, gigantic screens, and it just makes everything so much better. I also use this device to game while on my breaks, and I will say, again, yes, it does give that Nintendo S feel, and also lets you be able to really just utilize the updated processor, updated hardware in this device to really get to that next level. Now, when it comes to this device in my pocket, I have no issue with it. Now, I have bigger pockets in general. I know some people have skinnier pockets. And I'll say it like this, right? Yesterday, I actually wore some skinny jeans for the first time in a while. And it was a interesting fit when it came to this device. It's not that it didn't fit in my pocket. And I'll say it like this, right? The Fold 3 does not fit in my pocket when I'm wearing skinny jeans. When I'm wearing skinny jeans, the Fold 3 absolutely gets, like, not destroyed in my pocket, but it's really hard to put it in your pocket. The Duo 2, while because it is very thin and it's less of a bulky, like small bulky device like the Fold 3, it fits in my pocket, but it's one of those things where it's a very, very tight fit, and I almost don't want to put it in my pocket because I don't want to risk bending it or in any way destroying it. So it's an interesting fit. Now, when I go ahead and go to college, I do use this phone Monday through Friday every single day at college, and I do wear joggers a lot, so this fits right in joggers perfectly fine. And again, like I said before, I do bring this phone, and I also bring my foldable keyboard. And it's an absolute delight. I have no issues at all. I go to college. I have all my stuff on me. I don't even have to wear a backpack anymore. I always have this device ready to go in my pocket at any single time. So I will say overall, like I said before, it's a very convenient and multitasking-esque phone. And I'll say it like this, right? And many times I've said this in previous videos, where if you go from a regular candy bar phone, you go to this phone, you can never go back. And the reality is you can, right? Because at the end of the day, you get so much productivity done with the Surface Duo 2 that you don't get regular phone. So many applications that will actually run better on a Duo 2 than it will the Duo and then will a regular candy bar cell phone. And I'm not saying by saying that, I'm not saying that, oh my god, the regular candy bar cell phones aren't good enough. It's just that there are certain things that are optimized for the Duo 2, not too many, but definitely some, where you can have it on dual screens, and it just makes everything a whole lot easier. And like I said before, gaming on this device is absolutely beautiful. Whether you run emulators or you just run stock Android games, it absolutely works so flawlessly, and I absolutely love it. So 3 weeks later, when am I giving the review of this device? I'm still going to put this device around a 8 out of 10. The only reason why, because coming from a Surface Duo 1 user, it's a 10 out of 10. But coming from someone who never used a Surface Duo before, I gotta give it a 6 out of 10 because there's a learning curve, so that's a learning adjustment for this device where you're not gonna just be able to pick up and play. You're gonna have to get used to it, right? This is not the Fold 3. This is a phone that goes 360 degrees. This is a phone that you're gonna have to worry about it being a little bit more bulky. This is a phone you're not gonna have the outside display. And overall, you're going to have IPX1 rating, which I still say is kind of weird, just for the simple fact that if you are out in a rainstorm, you have to be very, very careful with this device. Now, I will say when it comes to durability of this device, this phone feels more durable than any other phone I've ever used. It's heavy, it's hefty, and I have no issues with it at all. I've said it many times, I have started babying my Fold 3 just because I inner display. This phone, I have not babied it. I have just put it through the ringer, and it has come out with flying colors every single time. So with that being said, I will still say I love the Surface Duo 2. Still a great device in my opinion, but again, like I said, it all depends on your personal use. And also, again, like I said before, it all depends on if you're coming from a Duo 1 or you're coming from a candy bar cell phone. If you are coming from a candy bar cell phone, say you come from an iPhone, there are ways to get iMessages on this device. I have videos on the channel on how to do that. So, plus, of course, iOS 15 gave you the ability to FaceTime off this device. So you still have a lot of abilities to do things off this device, but I will say Android 12L will be when this device really takes off. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next one. Peace out.